let us come to the nitty-gritty of what is happening here. Vis-a-vis what happened in Southeast.
Yes, that's
Enugu, about a few days ago. Myself, and some other people, 1 or 2 people, we have been in the forefront of vanguard of the change in the security architecture of Nigeria. I went further to even see, is our National Assembly up to what they are supposed to be doing through the Constitution? I think section 175 subsection 3 or so of the Constitution dealt with this strictly as regards the military, how military apparatus in Nigeria is supposed to be set up. I think lawyers watching can bear me witness to this. That is to say, all sections of Nigeria should be involved in the leadership. But what do we have now? We have been saying it, but look, you can't say you will work with who you think you can work with. No, it's never done. It's never done. That does not mean that you don't have expertise from other sections of the country. And when you have such a lopsided leadership, this is what you get. The international community has tagged Boko Haram, X-Men, terrorists. They never tagged IPOB terrorists, except in Nigeria. Then who are the people tagging IPOB terrorists? Do they have the temerity to tag IPOB? IPOB has a mission. The mission and vision of IPOB is, look, you are not allowing me to grow. If you are not allowing me to grow, then leave me alone. Let me grow on my own. So why are you now saying they are terrorists? All those kids on the streets, that they don't have ammunition on them, that they only have maybe handband of iPod or t-shirt of, is it a crime to wear handband? Is it not in my hand I'm wearing it? Don't I have freedom of association? But because they have, look at what happened in Kaduna, Southern Kaduna. It's because they have their agenda. It's an agenda that is being pursued. So everybody should rise up against this. Our life, I don't want to say Southeast now. It's not only Southeast.
Nigerian life matters.
Nigerian life matters. Our life matters in Nigeria. As it's happening in Kaduna South, it's also is happening in Southeast. So also it happened in Southwest. And if we don't nip this in the bud now, before you know it, it will spread all over the country. Okay. So we should, as a matter of urgency, restructure our architectural, our security architecture.
Okay, let me bring more light to this now. We played a report now going on the US about the Black Lives Matters, and Dr. Daya Kayode is emphasizing that even abroad, the Black lives even still matter than Nigerians, and he is also faulting the Nigerian government due to events that happened in the past week. That was on Sunday, where we knew that no fewer than 10 persons were killed on Sunday in MNA in the Enugu East local government area of Enugu State, when policemen, operatives of the Department of the State Services, and members of the indigenous people of Biafra clashed. Now, the clash threw MNA and its environs into confusion and disrupted church services as worshippers ran helter-skelter to escape being caught in the crossfire. It was gathered that trouble started around 7 a.m. when some DSS operatives and policemen stormed practicing school MNA, where the members of IPOB were observing their Jewish prayers, and started to arrest them. And from there on, the story goes on. Even though there are controversies of how many people that were killed, but we know that people died.
Even if one.
Yes, even if one, people died in that clash. Quickly, please.
Yes, what I discovered under this government is they don't want people to protest. Their right to protest under the present administration has been taken away from Nigerians. It started with the Shiite group in I think 2006, when with the encounter with the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Burutai.
Yeah.
And close to 1,000 Shiites were killed because they were protesting. They were not shooting anyone. They were not throwing stones at anyone. Simply because the chief of army staff was on that route and they blocked him because they wanted him to hear what they were talking about, their protest, so he can relate back to the presidency. And then he shot them. And the president came on TV, I can recall, on Arise TV, and he challenged and said, he was boastful about it. How dare you touch a general of the army and you expect not to have the consequences? So that's the issue. No protest in Nigeria, so it's not even about IPOB. If you come out, that's how many people, since the dawn of this administration, since the beginning of this administration, have you seen anybody protesting? Because if you protest, be ready to take the bullet. Be ready to take the bullet. And that is one thing that will not, this administration, by the end of this tenure, history will not smile on this government. Because in every situation, I mustn't agree with you. And please, if I don't agree with you, allow me to vent. Allow me to speak. When you tell me I cannot, then you are telling me that that right has been taken away and I have no business about it. This is not 1983 or thereabout. This is a democratic government. People must be heard. And this issue of involving the security system, the military, the DSS, what is the business of DSS in calming protest? Why would you come in protest? An armless protest when people just have placards and all that? Why would you challenge it? What happened in Abuja a couple of weeks ago? People were beaten thoroughly. What is wrong with Nigeria? Things are not working. I can't talk. A lot of things are not working. Tell me to keep quiet. One day in this country, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow, but we're getting to that level. You cannot suppress the people all the time. One day people will rise against you. The people you are a product of the system. If you think because you're sitting on that chair, you can pretend. You can aggressively bring the people down the way you want. Everything has time limits. The time limit will come because people are angry right now. Okay, people must protest.
Let me quickly say this. One second.
Stop killing people. The police system, because these arms you're using, taxpayers' money. You don't go about killing people and tell them they can't protest. Who does that? And then we're moving on. I can tell you that by this time next week we're not going to talk about this issue again. Those guys are gone. And that's when people are going up for protest. Parents say, no, don't. Because when it happens, the justice system is collapsing.
Let me quickly tell you this one second. You know, some of us have been clamoring that we should have proper demographic information as regards our country. Just during the week, the Council of State came up with a chairman for that population commission, a Christian. But after that, another person, essay, that is not even closer to be a member of that council, now brought in another Muslim. It's an issue that is going to arise very soon. And just like I mentioned, our territorial water and the Chinese, people should also know that one down.
Okay, all right. Well, all from what you've said, the truth is that a black life should matter, Nigerian life should matter. I mean, we've still seen stories in Ghana where we'll not call it xenophobia, but still harassment of Nigerians. So I feel if the blacks and the blacks, let's respect each other. The whites, I mean, I don't see a white man on the street and want to arrest him or shoot him. So please, black lives matter, Nigerian lives matter, and of course, let there be freedom of expression. Now,